Yo, what it is. Welcome to another episode of Pillow Talk with your host, Zach Attack. Today we're talking about dopamine detoxification. Before you get all afraid of that term, just know that you've probably done it in your own life and that some scientists just decided to put a fancy name on it. And now we got dopamine detoxification. It's something that I've definitely used in my own life. But before we get too deep, let's just kind of look at what dopamine is. What is its purpose within our bodies and our minds? For the most part, many of us would look at dopamine and we see it as the pleasure. We get dopamine hits when we do something pleasurable. When in fact, as science sees it, and obviously that may change, but as it stands, scientists generally see dopamine as this thing that directs us towards the reward, towards the pleasure. So it directs our attention. And it increases our willingness, our desire to expend energy in the ascertainment of our goals and to gain the reward of that. So it's more of this like motivation thing to do those things more and direct our attention at those things more. And when we look at it from that standpoint and we see where we're getting our dopamine from, which tends to be TV, movies, TV shows, video games, phone games, Candy Crush. I see you level 975 over there. We get it from social media, from likes, from pornography, from random hookup sex, from dating apps. Whenever we match with somebody, that's why Tinder and fucking Hinge and Bumble, they're all like super addictive because they ingrain this neural pathway in our mind that says, hey, put your attention here and do it more, and then you'll be rewarded with this match at the end or something. So we can see how by removing those things, if we look at dopamine as this thing that helps us reach our goals and seek the reward of that, then we can see how these things don't serve us. And so if we can look at our life objectively and look at these things that we're directing our attention to, which is releasing dopamine and telling us to direct more attention towards those things, and we see what isn't serving us, we can then remove those things from our life. And when we do so, we're able to come back inside and direct our attention in ways that are more meaningful, that help us reach goals that make us more joyful and happy and connected and love-filled and financially wealthy and all of these other things. The thing that happens when we remove those not serving parts of our life, the Netflix, all this stuff, is this can be a very fucking scary time for people. This can be terrifying because now you're left with yourself and you have to feel the aches and pains of all your emptiness, of all your aloneness. There's nothing to mask that anymore. You're just sitting there with the raw humanness of you. And this is where a lot of us fall off the bandwagon. And this is why addiction recovery doesn't always work, because that can be such a strong driving, motivating factor for us to go back to our old ways. But if we are to just sit with it, if we can get through that, if we can get past that, and not only get past that, but begin to find new meaningful ways to get our dopamine, start hitting the gym, start reading books, start sharing your knowledge with people, start, having more time because you're not on Netflix, because you're not playing video games all day. Now you have time to connect with people, to love people, to, be more in the world, more here. And, have those dopamine hits come from that, telling you, hey, do more of this. You get rewarded when you do this. Then you can see how your life can change so dramatically. And it all starts with this dopamine detoxification. So if this resonates with you, I'll never tell you what you should do in your life, but if this does resonate with you, I highly recommend it. I've seen huge benefits within my own life from implementing this practice. And I've been seeing it most recently with not only no pornography, no masturbation, and no dating apps. I said not only, but those three things. So just removing those three things, I'm seeing how drastically I have to change inside, how I have to change my behavior and my methods and how I approach life. because I can't just go and get my dopamine hits from these dating websites or from, you know, masturbation or pornography. Now I've actually got to find meaningful ways to get that dopamine hit. I've actually got to go out and talk to women if that's, you know, what I desire. And what that does with that, it's not just, hey, go talk to this person, but you've got to like level up your communication skills. You've got to become more confident in who you are. There's so many different aspects that change just from that, so that then you can make that move and be successful when it comes time. And you can see how you can apply this to every other area of your life. That's just one that I'm experiencing right now. But it's not just the specific, now I'm going to the gym every day. No, you don't see how going to the gym every day, you know, maybe you have an anxiety of going to public places. You've got to face that every day now. And now you're overcoming that because the gym is just becoming such a fucking outlet for you, and you're leveling up and you're getting in shape and you're, you know, doing all these things. And you don't, the other aspect of that is how it affects the people around you as they see you get healthier, as they see you leveling up and they see the changes in you, what that does for them. So it's this always reciprocating thing between people in an environment together. Now I'm sort of rambling here, but if this resonates with you, I highly recommend you try it. If you want more clarification, if you want to discuss this more, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to discuss this more. Like, share, comment, share how you've done a similar process of dopamine detoxification and how it's been beneficial to you, so that, you know, the more people with experiences that share, then more people will get motivated, and then meaningful change can take place. So please do those things. If you found this video meaningful, please share it with somebody else so that they might find it meaningful. Please comment so that somebody might see your comment and find it meaningful to them. I love you all. Be free. Peace.